The third piece in the Meet the Orchestra program is James Ledger's Indian Pacific, another fantastic piece of Australian orchestral music that relates specifically to an Australian place and an Australian train journey all the way from Perth, the Indian Ocean, to Sydney, the Pacific Ocean. And it might be good to show your students where those places are on a map and maybe have a look at how long this train journey is. It has one of the longest, in fact I think the longest straight stretch of railway track across the Nullarbor Plain in the world of any train track anywhere. So it's geographically interesting as well as musically interesting. James Ledger wrote this piece of music after he'd been on this train journey, and it again is driven by rhythm in the same way that Kakadu is. It's driven by the chugging rhythm of a train. You might ask the students, what kind of a rhythm does a train make, and what makes it make that rhythm? Because when a train goes along tracks, it's got sleepers at regular intervals going along the tracks. This piece of music has musical notes at regular intervals that provide the energy and the momentum for the train. And so James basically uses this motive of, very simply, it's maybe a little bit slower than that, and then the theme comes in over that. And on it goes. Now, we'll provide a link to a recording on the MSO website to the full work of James, which only goes for about 6 minutes. And it'd be a good idea to play that to your students and see what kind of images it brings into their minds, because of course James would have been looking out the window of the train and seeing all kinds of different landscapes. He would have been perhaps feeling different kinds of emotions. It would be wonderful to see what the students get from the piece of music in terms of the kind of landscape that the train might be passing through at certain points, and also to listen out for the bit of metal train track that is played in the percussion section at one point in the piece of music. See if they can hear where that metallic sound comes in, which is really, really exciting as well. The next activity that I will share with you is again based on rhythm, and I'll ask the education manager for the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, Bronwyn Lobb, to come and help me with this. Welcome, Bronwyn. Thank you so much for helping me out with this.
Pleasure, Ben.
When you're in front of your class and talking about Indian Pacific, one thing you might do is split them up into groups, either in half or, if you're feeling very brave, into groups of 3. And again, similar to the exercise that we did with Kakadu, have one of these groups clap the regular rhythm of our chugging train, da, 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 and then have the second group do a rhythm that is perhaps half that speed, so at regular intervals. And then we might add a third to that as well. So Bronwyn, I'll ask you to be the train if you wouldn't mind for now, and I'll just demonstrate. So this would be group 1, and you might count them in, say, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then group 2. Or this. Okay, and then group 3, you might even make up something a bit more complex if you've got some more advanced students in the class. You might make up a body percussion movement that involves the knees as well if they're sitting down. So say, and then you might even incorporate some train noises like shh of the steam, or woo woo. You know, good luck with that. Let's try one more time, and I'll try and demonstrate the best train noises that I can. Thank you, Bronwyn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo woo, woo woo, woo woo, woo woo. Shh. So there's a lot of possibilities for having some body percussion exercises and just using different rhythms with the different groups within your class.